Sampath, for giving me this opportunity. Wish you all a happy new year. And we will talk on trimalleolar fractures, fixation principle. Ankle fractures constitute almost 10% of all the fractures, and in most instances are low energy injuries, except in cases of athletic or sports injuries. The tibial and the fibular articular surfaces form the mortise in which the tailor sits to form the ankle joint. Ankle joint, as you all know, is congruous in all positions of motion. Ankle stability is the ability of the injured ankle to withstand physiological stresses without getting displaced. Stability is imparted to the joint by the bony architecture of the mortise, which is formed by the medial, lateral, the posterior malleoli, and the distal articular surface of the tibia. Ligamental stability or a static stability is provided to the joint by the anterior, inferior, posterior, inferior tibiofibular ligament, the interosseous ligament, the deltoid, and the lateral collateral ligaments. The dynamic stability, at the other hand, is provided by the tibialis anterior, tibialis posterior, peroneal, temporacilis, FHL, and FDL, which are the muscles around the ankle joint. Trimalleolar fracture, or the Cotton's fracture, also known as Cotton's fracture, is a fracture involving the lateral, posterior, and the medial bony or the ligamentous structure. It could be a result of a low energy trauma, as seen commonly in the elderly patients, the one which you can see at the top here. This is a typical low energy trauma, or it could be a high energy trauma, which is seen in the lower X-ray, where there is a gross displacement of the fragments. Trimalleolar fracture usually occurs in the stage 3 of the supination external rotation injury of the Log Hansen's classification. Or it could also result in the stage 4 of the pronation external rotation injury of the Log Hansen's classification. Evaluation of the trimalleolar fracture. Clinically, the patient classically will have all the symptoms of an acute injury like swelling, ecchymosis, tenderness globally, and will be unable to bear weight. Obvious displacement may be seen depending upon the severity of the injury, or abnormal movements may be felt on clinical examination. Standard ankle trauma series consists of AP, lateral, and the mortise view, which is usually taken with 15 to 20 degrees of internal rotation. CT scan or MRI again may or may not be done. It usually in malleolar fractures do not change the course of management. On the standard X-rays, divide the ankle in 4 component parts. First, look for on the laterally, you look for the shortening of the fibula, which is seen by, as seen in the upper picture, the break in the tibiofibular line or the Shenton's line of the ankle. Also look for the location of the fracture, whether it is intrasyndesmotic at the level of the syndesmosis or above, and what is the type of the fracture, whether it's a transverse fracture, it's an oblique fracture, or a spiral oblique fracture. In the talus, you look for the valgus talus tilt and the mortise width. Here. Posteriorly, look for the size of the fragment, that's the posterior malleolus, and the amount of stress in the articular surface. And medially, look for the fracture of the medial malleolus, that is the direction of the fracture, the size of the fragment, and the presence or absence of comminution. So typically when you look at the X-ray, these points have already been pointed out by Dr. Sampath. The medial clear space, the tibiofibular clear space, the fibular length, the talocrural angle, the medial malleolus, the lateral malleolus displacement, and the posterior malleolus. So these are the things which you look on the X-rays typically, which will guide you to decide as to the management of the case. So coming to the management, all the trimalleolar fractures are inherently unstable injuries, and hence I think there is no role of conservative management, and all of them should be operated. Importance of anatomical reduction and fixation cannot be overemphasized in a case of trimalleolar, and loss of congruence of the mortise leads to an altered biomechanical loading, leading to poor outcomes. The landmark study by Ramsey and Hamilton in 1976 demonstrated that the initial 1 mm lateral tailor shift leads to a decrease in the contact area of the ankle mortise by almost 42%. So that would give you an idea as to how much incongruence would result if you have not aligned all the structures properly. All the cases of inadequate reduction show signs of secondary arthritis within a span of 18 months since the fracture. So ankle stability and the eventual outcome will depend on the anatomic reduction and fixation of the lateral complex, and hence tackle this first. So the most important two things that you need to do while fixing the fibula of the lateral complex is you achieve the proper length and rotation of the fibula and then fix it. Fixation in spiral oblique fractures requires an interfragmentary screw either anteroposteriorly or posterior-anteriorly with a neutralizing plate to stabilize the fracture. The neutralizing plate can be either a 3.5 DCP, a recon, or a 1/3 tubular. Next, tackle the posterior malleolus. Any fragment which is attached to the posterior inferior tibiofibular ligament will get aligned once the fibula is fixed properly. That is, once you align the fibula a proper length and rotation, the fragment which is attached to the posterior inferior tibiofibular ligament will usually fall in the place. Further treatment will depend on the size and the displacement of the fragment. So, if the fragment is less than 20 or 25% involved in the articular surface, then you could leave it alone without fixing it. Or if the fragment is large, say which is involving more than 25 or 30% of the articular surface, or there is more than 2 millimeters of step or displacement, then you need to fix it. So basically this is what we follow. I mean, just how the professor feels that all the posterior malleolar fragments, irrespective of the size, should be fixed. So that's an individual variation. The syndesmosis, I will not talk on that because it has already been dealt on. As he has already mentioned that you should perform the hook test and then decide upon the management. Medial malleolus is the last to be tackled, and a transverse fracture at or below the joint level should be treated with a tension band wire, either with 2 K wires or a screw, a malleolar or a cancellous screw which can be used to compress the fracture. A vertical shear fracture needs an open reduction with a buttress anti-glide plate, as seen in the X-rays below. Post-operatively, the patient should be put in a below-knee slab or splint in the neutral position. Range of movement exercises to be started depending on the quality of fixation. But always remember that anatomical reduction should never be compromised for early motion. If early movement is started, then night and intermittent split should always be continued. Weight bearing is allowed only after the fracture union. I would like to conclude by saying that first time is the best time to do a trimalleolar fracture properly. And I would like to demonstrate with these 2 cases which I have seen. This was the first, the previous X-rays are shown where that fixation was done. But because of the improper fixation, as you can see, arthritis has developed. And then at this stage, I mean, you are left with no choice but to fuse the ankle. So we had to fuse the ankle. And because it had become extremely painful and patient was unable to bear weight. This was the second case. I mean, it was a trimalleolar fracture. The X-ray on the right hand side shows the primary fixation. This was the post-operative X-ray which the patient brought to me. I have absolutely no idea why this kind of a fracture was, the fixation was done. But this is what was done, and the patient landed. When he came to us, this was the situation. It was completely arthritic. I was suspecting like a neuropathic joint, but I mean, the patient is still to be operated. This is the kind of deformity, and the patient is unable to walk. So this is what happens if you don't tackle it first time properly, and that is what you should always remember. These are the 2 cases which we really demonstrate that it's extremely important to tackle the injuries primarily properly. I thank you for attention. Thank you.
Till the next talk on terrace is loaded, we invite you questions on time. You can go. Thank you so much, sir. We are open for the questions and time available. Next topic on Taylor. So before we go to Taylor, time error factor here I mentioned one part is posterior malleolus, of course. Always we have been taught about 25%, 1/3 and all those things. But all recent papers, there is a very defined thing now. Recent papers, they talk about fixing all posterior malleolus fractures. Now sometimes it looks little bit extremist that fixing all fractures. Are we going extremist? No. What is most important is they are talking about not for the sake of articular congruity. They are talking for the sake of instability. So I will put it in other words. Suppose you fix lateral malleolus, you fix medial malleolus, and then posterior malleolus is small, say 10%. But syndesmosis is stable. Then I won't fix it because I know that articular congruity is not an issue. But lateral malleolus fixed, medial malleolus fixed, posterior malleolus only 10%, but syndesmosis unstable. So rather than going for indirectly fixing syndesmosis, let us fix the posterior malleolus. Why? Because posterior malleolus has the attachment of most strongest ligament, syndesmosis ligament, that is posterior inferior tibiofibular ligament. Posterior inferior tibiofibular ligament. So we are advocating fixation not for the sake of articular reduction, but for the sake of syndesmotic stability. So not for the sake of stability, not for the sake of articular reduction, but for the sake of stability. But while doing so, keep it in mind, I have seen some people, because we have done fibula plating, better to plan your incision little posterolaterally. Then here are peroneae, you have gone anterior to the peroneae to fix. Then you go posterior to the peroneae to go in this region, isn't it? Posterior malleolus is always posterolaterally. Posterior malleolus is different entity. When you are talking about posterior malleolus, it is the posterolateral part usually. Okay. So while going here, please do not dissect that ligament. It is like when you go for the PCL avulsion. If you go and fix that fragment by erasing the PCL itself, it has no meaning. Similarly, if you fix the posterior malleolus by erasing this posterior inferior transverse ligament, probably it is of no use. So fixing the posterior malleolus is for the sake of stability and not for the sake of articular incongruity. So next talk by Dr. Ryan on the other side.
Yes, thank you. So I try to help through Taylor pictures with shorter than planned. Just brief comment on the history here. As you see from this, has been known very well during the history of man that this is severe injury that leads to the 19th century spirit with some amount of mortality rate. And this was of course due to the open rectus right there, you see the septic shock. But still, it has been a lot of struggle to get proper approach to this kind of severe fracture in the center of the extra. So, according to epidemiology, you see that there's 1/5 of all those fractures occur as well. Fracture around about 50% of fractures come to that. You have a certain amount of peripheral fractures, which I think due to the sports, which they have increased, high velocity sports, and it's increasing a little bit more. We are having very big amount of combination malleolar fractures, what's the problem? Concerning the analogy once again, just to keep in mind again what we have tried about since body. Just see this picture here in all parts. It's first 3 joint parts, like in the elbow, which is also a very complicated joint. And they are molded so that they fit one into each other really perfect, but still, don't forget, going back to the fibula, talking about axis, the fibula is moving not only
the lateral due the side is also doing a rotation due to the simplicity form of the cables, but through supination dorsiflexion, dorsiflexion, and also changing its length. So it's